So I thought it would be kind of fun to do another video about how much I can realistically read in a week. So I work full-time, obviously, and some weeks I definitely find more time for reading than others. Thankfully, this week I worked today, Sunday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I actually have Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday off. Other weeks I'm definitely not so lucky, and I end up working Monday to Sunday, so like 7 days straight. So on weeks like that, I definitely do not find a lot of time for reading, but I'm hoping since I have a few days off this week, doing this video will kind of motivate me to finish the books that I've started and maybe even get to pick up another one. So with that being said, I am currently like 30% of the way into Helter Skelter right now. It is really good, definitely not for the faint of heart. So if you don't like true crime and gore and stuff like that, probably would not recommend this to you. But if that's kind of your thing or that kind of stuff doesn't bother you, it is so good. It's very dark and disturbing. I am really enjoying it, but it is a very chunky book, so I definitely need motivation to finish it. So that is what I'm going to be reading tonight. I am also like a little bit of the way into Regretting You by Colleen Hoover, but I am not in the mood to read that right now, so we're gonna go with Helter Skelter. I'm also really tired because I did like just get home from work, so I don't think I'm actually gonna end up reading very much tonight. And I also don't really plan on updating you about how much I'm reading tonight until tomorrow, just because I'm really kind of in the mood to just lay in my bed in the dark and read on my Kobo. But I'm gonna sit in my office for a little bit and read. I'll talk to you again tomorrow and we will see how much I did end up reading. So far this week has not been off to the greatest start as far as reading goes. On Sunday, I only ended up reading 21 pages of Helter Skelter, and then I was so tired I couldn't read any longer. And then yesterday, I read 0 pages, absolutely nothing. I actually ended up doing quite a bit of shopping with my boyfriend, and we went to like Spirit Halloween and went to HomeSense to look at different Halloween decorations and stuff like that. So we spent most of the day doing that, and then we got home and ended up watching a movie together. So I didn't read anything at all, which was definitely not the plan, but I definitely don't regret it. So then today I've been trying to read every chance I get. I did have a few errands to run, and then I also cleaned my car, but so far I've read 90 pages of Helter Skelter. It's definitely a really good book, but it does take quite a bit of time to read just because it's a lot of information you're trying to take in all at once, and pretty gruesome information at that. And then also it's a chunky book, so definitely taking a while, but my Kobo says that I'm now at 40%, so I feel like I've actually made a bit of progress at least. But I'm going to keep reading that, and hopefully I'll get quite a bit more read tonight, and I'll update you again tomorrow. So yesterday I actually ended up reading 128 pages of Helter Skelter, which was decent, not exactly as much as I hoped to read on my days off this week, but it is what it is, obviously. So tonight I'm definitely going to keep reading this, but I think I'm gonna like take a shower and then maybe read in bed or on my couch or something, just because I am really tired. It was one of those days, so I think that's what I'm gonna do, and I will once again update you tomorrow on how much I read tonight. But last night I ended up reading 37 pages of Helter Skelter, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it definitely felt like I read more than I actually did, if that makes sense. This book reads kind of slow, I guess, in that regard. I did not even make it through a whole chapter because the chapter that I'm on is uncharacteristically long. It's 68 pages, I believe, so I made it like literally halfway through that chapter. I'm hoping tonight maybe I'll get to read about the same amount, and then tomorrow and Saturday maybe I can finish it. I'm not even 50% of the way in. I'm now at 47%. But anyway, definitely not the greatest reading week for me so far, but we're gonna keep trucking through and hopefully I can read a bit more in the next few days. Once again, I will talk to you tomorrow. So last night did not go exactly as well as I had anticipated. I know, real shock considering how this week has gone for me so far. I did end up getting through the lengthiest chapter ever. So that 68-page chapter, done. Thank goodness. And I'm now at 50% of the way through Helter Skelter, so I will take that as a win. It feels like an accomplishment to me. That being said, I only read 23 pages last night. I definitely intended to read more than that. I actually drew myself a bubble bath and thought that maybe if I sat in the tub, I would actually just focus on reading and read the whole time, and I definitely did not. There was definitely more phone scrolling yesterday than I'd like to admit, so today, or tonight rather, since I just got home from Hi! Since I just got home from work, I am hoping to dedicate most of tonight before I go to sleep to reading and get through another at least like 5% of this book. That's kind of my goal for tonight because I am really tired and I'm not going to set the bar super high just to fail. So that's what I'm going to do, and then tomorrow is Saturday and I'm actually off. So hopefully I'll dedicate most of the day to reading, or at least just finishing this book. But anyway, I am going to stop rambling and start reading, and I will update you again tomorrow. It is now Saturday evening, and last night I ended up reading 61 pages before I decided to stop reading, and my boyfriend and I actually watched Inside Out 2. Then I knew today was going to be a crunch time and I had quite a bit of reading to do, so I decided to stay in bed for most of the day and just power through Helter Skelter, and I actually ended up reading 314 pages today and finally finishing it. So really good book, just really long, and took me like over a week to read, obviously. So all in all, I feel like this has been like a pretty typical reading week for me. I ended up somehow reading 574 pages this week, even though it felt like I really did not read that much. I somehow did. I am both shocked by that, and I also feel like I read more than that. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. I hope you have a great rest of your week and happy reading.